Crochet Moomin Amigurumi. Enter the world of Moomin Valley with your very own Moomintroll and Snorkmaiden. Yarn used: 2 balls in white, 1 ball in goldenrod. About the yarn: 4 ply, 167 meters per 50 grams ball. Hook used: 3 millimeters. Other supplies: tapestry needle, stitch marker, optional, toy stuffing, pairs safety eyes, 6 millimeters, black sewing thread and needle. This pattern is worked in the amigurumi style, in a spiral without slip stitching or turning chains. Use a stitch marker or waste yarn to keep track of the first stitch of each round. Joining pieces together, leave a long yarn tail when fastening off to use to join parts together. Moomintroll and Snorkmaiden are made in the same way, with extra elements to complete Snorkmaiden's signature look. Start crocheting. Head. Starting from front of nose and working backwards. With main color, chain 8. Round 1. Starting in second chain from hook, 6 DC, 3 DC in next chain, rotating as you go, work in the other side of the chain, 5 DC, 2 DC in last chain, 16 stitches. Round 2. 7 DC, 3 DC in next stitch, 7 DC, 3 DC in last chain, 20 stitches. Round 3. 2 DC in next stitch, 6 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 2 DC, twice, 24 stitches. Round 4. 3 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 30 stitches. Round 5. 4 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 36 stitches. Rounds 6 to 14, DC around. Round 15, 4 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 30 stitches. The increases on the next round are the top of the head. You may wish to mark these stitches. Round 16. 4 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 20 DC, 36 stitches. Round 17. 5 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 1 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 5 times, 20 DC, 42 stitches. Rounds 18 to 27, DC around. Insert eyes between round 15 to 16, where the increased stitches are, approximately 4 stitches apart, beginning to stuff, count as you go. Round 28, 5 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 36 stitches. Round 29, 4 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 30 stitches. Round 30, 3 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 24 stitches. Round 31, 2 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 18 stitches. Round 32, 1 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 12 stitches. Round 33. 6 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 stitches. Fasten off, leaving a long tail. Use tail to sew hole closed. Ears. Make 2. Ears are unstuffed. Round 1. With MC and working into a magic ring, 6 DC, 6 stitches. Round 2. DC around. Round 3. 2 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, twice, 8 stitches. Round 4 to 6, DC around. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Body. Starting from bottom and working up. Round 1, with MC and working into a magic ring, 6 DC, 6 stitches. Round 2, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 12 stitches. Round 3, 1 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 18 stitches. Round 4, 2 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 24 stitches. Round 5, 3 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 30 stitches. Round 6, 4 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 36 stitches. Round 7, 5 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 42 stitches. Round 8, 6 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 48 stitches. Round 9, 7 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 54 stitches. Round 10, 8 DC, 2 DC in next stitch, 6 times, 60 stitches. Rounds 11 to 18, DC around. Round 19, 8 DC, 1 INVDC 2 tog, 6 times, 54 stitches. Rounds 20 to 21, DC around. Round 22, 7 DC, 1 INVDC 2 tog, 6 times, 48 stitches. Round 23 to 24, DC around. Round 25, 6 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 42 stitches. Round 26 to 27, DC around. Round 28, 5 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 36 stitches. Rounds 29 to 30, DC around. Round 31, 4 DC, 1 invisible double crochet 2 together, 6 times, 30 stitches. Round 32 to 33, DC around. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Stuff body, hands and arms. Make 2. With MC, chain 6. Round 1, starting in second CH from hook, 5 DC, rotating as you go, work in the other side of the chain, 5 DC, 10 stitches. Round 2 to 5, DC around. Round 6. 1 back loop, 4 DC, 2 DC in next stitch A, twice, 3 DC, 12 stitches. Round 7 to 16, DC around. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Stuff arm to round 10. Legs. Make 2. Rounds 1 to 3, with MC, work as for body, 24 stitches. Round 4, DC around, 24 stitches. Round 5, DC in back loop around. Round 6, DC around. Round 7, 8 invisible double crochet 2 together, 8 DC, 16 stitches. Round 8, 4 invisible double crochet 2 together, 8 DC, 12 stitches. Round 9, 2 invisible double crochet 2 together, 8 DC, 10 stitches. Rounds 10 to 13, DC around. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Stuff. Tail. With main color, chain 25. Row 1, starting in second CH from hook, DC across, 24 stitches. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Add a small tassel at the end of the tail as follows. Fold 2 short strands of yarn in half and holding strands together, insert hook into end of tail and secure strands with lark's head knot. Snorkmaiden's hair. With contrasting color 1, chain 7. Row 1, starting in second CH from hook, DC across. Turn, 6 stitches. Snorkmaiden's anklet. With contrasting color 1, make a chain long enough to fit around the ankle of the Snorkmaiden, starting in second CH from hook, slip stitch across. Fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing. Making up Moomintroll and Snorkmaiden. Using photograph as a guide, sew ears over round 25 of head approximately 6 stitches apart. With a double strand of sewing thread, embroider eye markings around the safety eyes, and eyebrows just above those markings. Sew head to top of body. Sew arms either side of body over rounds 28 to 32, at a slight angle. Sew legs to bottom of body. Snorkmaiden only, sew here just in front of ears. Attach anklet around leg. Row 2. 1 chain, does not count as a stitch A, DC across. Turn. The next row creates the fringe. Row 3, 6 chains, starting in second CH from hook, 5 slip stitch, 1 slip stitch in next stitch, 5 times, 6 chains, starting in second CH from hook, 5 slip stitch, 1 slip stitch in last chain 6. Fringes fasten off, leaving a long tail for sewing.